Yo, 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 what up? It's your boy, I Sleep Too Late, and in this video, we are playing some Hackmons in Battle Subway. We're going to be playing with yours truly, Huge Power, Pure Power, Ho-Oh, with 4 attacking moves, and we're going to start with Fusion Bolt, of course, because that's super effective against Archeops. Our moveset is Fusion Bolt, Earthquake, V-Create, and Brave Bird. Brave Bird and V-Create are not necessarily our go-to moves because they do have downsides to them, but I do personally like Fusion Bolt and Earthquake if possible. We're not the fastest Pokemon, so we're going to have to be very delicate with how we handle things. I think we can probably do with V-Create here just because that's going to do a lot of damage. Oh no. Rock Slide, really? I was hoping that Slaking wouldn't have Rock Slide, but at the very least we have a Rhydon. Let's go ahead and avenge this Slaking. We're gonna do Earthquake. Oh, actually, we could just use we could have used Drain Punch, but I think Earthquake is still gonna be fine. All right, let's just use Extreme Speed here. Slaking is a very, very powerful Pokemon, of course, having stats that are the likeness of Mewtwo, basically around the same arena. We're gonna go ahead and let's use Earthquake. Swagger. Okay, well, that's going to be interesting. If we hit ourselves in confusion, that'll be bad. But if we attack, we'll be able to hit for basically quad damage. All right, well, hopefully this doesn't do too much. I'm going to use Earthquake again. See if we can do some good here. Hopefully we can snap out of confusion. Nice. Well, I think we're going to be fine just using Extreme Speed on the next Pokemon. So we'll give that a shot. It's been very frustrating sometimes having to face opponents, and then like the first battle, you end up losing, or you end up losing your lead Pokemon that you're trying to feature in a video. So then you have to go to your backup, and it's like, oh, so fast. You got knocked out too quickly. But these are not necessarily optimal movesets. I mean, I'd say Huge Power Ho-Oh is pretty good, but there's obviously better options out there. But against Breloom, we should have no problem KOing this. I mean, come on, we gotta at least win a KO of Breloom. Brave Bird does the trick here. Gonna take some recoil. And then against Escavalier, we got the V-Create, no question about it. Quick Guard, okay, that's fine. Let's see how much damage V-Create can do. It's gonna have no issues here KOing the Escavalier. It is gonna lower our stats, but that's gonna be okay. Remember, we're slow, but we're not, we're bulky, so V-Create all the way. Lovely Kiss. No, that puts us to sleep. That's very annoying. Hopefully we can wake up. I'm not going to switch because I think we can still survive. Well, we can't switch now. But, we'll see. We just got to wake up. And I don't think there's much that Jinx can do to us anyway. All right, cool. We just woke up, and then we're going to use V-Create. And from there, we should move on to the next battle. I'm only going to do like 4 at a time, just because I want to make sure I have enough time for all the other videos that I'm making. I live a very busy life, by the way, but I'm going to try my best to maintain composure while I gotta say, we've been increasing. Our subscriber count has gone up like crazy, and it's been a wild ride. I know I'm kind of speaking out of character here, but I don't usually say we've been getting a lot of subscribers, but well, I do say that, but I don't say it I say it sparingly, because it's been getting kind of crazy. I do want to thank everyone for your support. Really, it's been absolutely crazy. I had a baby this year, so things have gotten even more crazy in my life, but I do really appreciate making all these videos for y'all. Ho-Oh is, of course, a lot of fun to play with. And Gen 5 is a very special generation for me, because this was the generation where balanced Hackmons pretty much started. Hackmons as an entity started existing. And oh, oops, I did not mean to use V-Create. That's not going to be very effective against Golem, but we should at least do some amount of damage, right? Okay, I was going to say that actually did way more than I thought. Curse. Okay, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's just use Earthquake. We're gonna go fast. And yep, Ho-Oh does some really good stuff, which I really like. Intimidate. Okay, I think we're gonna have to bring out the big guns here and use V-Create. Oh no, Fusion Bolt. Yeah, Fusion Bolt should be no problemo. Even though we did just lower our attack, we're still +1, I think, or something like that. Like +66, whatever. Oh, really? You survive with Focus Sash? Alright, well, let's go ahead and use Fusion Bolt again. Quick Attack shouldn't be doing too much to us anyway. Alright, and there we go. And let's just do one more battle here, and then I'll wrap up the video. Hopefully our next opponent isn't going to be too harsh. Other options for Ho-Oh, I consider Drought, because, you know, it is a fire type and it's one of the best fire types. But I do like Huge Power a lot more because it does have really decent attack. It also has pretty good defenses too. It's not the best physical defensive mon, but it's still pretty good. Oh, Hypnosis, really? The problem with subway battle tower like environments is that there's no sleep clause, so Pokemon are welcome to put you to sleep as much as they want. But like I said, we're pretty bulky. Ho-Oh is nothing to scoff at, so we should be able to survive some of these cross poisons. Oh, I was doing cross poison a lot. I think that's probably its best move. Okay, Fusion Bolt for the win. Nice. And then Jolteon. This is going to be a problem. I'm actually going to switch because I know I'm going to lose. I'm going to switch over to Rhydon. And from Rhydon, we should be okay to knock out this Jolteon. I just know it's going to use an electric move, and I don't want to have to deal with that. Let's use Earthquake. Yeah, not much that Jolteon can do here. Alright, and then Shuckle, really? Okay, well, let's use oh, Shadow Ball isn't going to do anything. Let's use Earthquake again. The problem with Shuckle is that it's very, very bulky. It's going to survive pretty much everything. But we are going to get it down some. So let's use Earthquake again. This should be good enough to knock it out. And that's going to be a wrap for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Again, I really appreciate all the support. I will see you all next time. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, peace out.